It's a minor thing, but it remains a surprise that I can just, like, hang out and play this game with a controller. Just a relatively busy and puzzly game. Just it feels so PC game coded that I expect it to be stuck using a PC setup. But I'm lounging back in my writing chair, hanging out. Okay, so the signs that we found so far around here. So I've potentially solved and gained interesting information from those, but we probably can't do anything with it yet. I don't know what to make of the art bits in this game so far. I'm sure we'll get there. Is this the first bit of museum? This is the one that stood out to me because it's like NER20. They're laid out in directions. Maybe if I can find another grid that might have the other letters in different spots, akin to like the two things that had the two halves of the triangle code. Maybe something like that what might happen. But like there is a room upstairs that has a bunch of statue heads and some letters on them. I just don't know how to decode that stuff yet. Gnome. I don't have to make a gnome even, like as a name. In gnome, we are invited to see the thoughts of a person as they formed. 9 slates, some containing letters forming a seemingly nonsensical word, seem to grow as ideas on the subject's forehead. The piece is cryptic, even maze-like. Ha? Maze-like? And ultimately lets us use our imagination to project our own ideas onto its slates. Oh. I don't have any interpretations of this yet. I don't know what to think about this. These are zodiacs, right? Some not deciphered to this day. Some of them are like zodiacs or something, but some of them might not be. But yeah, with all the museum pieces, including the ones that I've recently decoded, there's just an uncertainty of like what they even want from me. So this is a 5-digit code. Interestingly, there are 5 digits on that thing. No. There's likely something going on. Yeah, not sure what to interpret from this stuff. It's good to come back and look at it periodically just to see if I can, like, have anything click. There's a dollar in the vase across the way as if to taunt me. Do I have access to the other side of this hole yet? Nope. Yeah, this entire left side of the building, every single door you can see doesn't really reach us. Okay, so there's a door at the bottom by the statue. Let's check that out. Let's try to interpret what's going on down there, because that's the only way to access that entire side of the floor. So let's see if it makes sense yet. It's also a statue. Ah. The sculpture that has a hole in its forehead. East key? Crucifix key? The rose. Tampon. Car key. Dollars. Some cards for some reason. The dead woman's key. The west key. Yeah, there's bound to be something diamond shaped at some point. Okay, so that makes sense. That's why I don't remember there being a door around here. So you probably... Yeah. So the statue's gonna move out of the way to reveal whatever's behind it. And so until I find the right item to put there, this is a dead end. Have I ever used this information yet? These posters were cut up and turned into these symbols, and then that one thing, at some point I was able to translate what the symbols meant into letters. But I don't think I've gotten to use those letters yet. This game kind of could use a map you can write on, like in Animal Well. There is a decent amount of stuff where it's like, I could use mental note. I could use some more notes about what to do here and there. Which I can take my own physical notes, obviously, but not the type of notes that would allow this kind of stuff. Anyways, it's a fresh session. Let's see what kind of stuff I can shake free by walking outside. Since I don't remember exactly what I want to do next. So this will be a good way to jostle free some stuff, and also give me a chance to go to the funeral, the mausoleum, and look at the headstones, and answer some of the questions that we have for the maze. Because the maze stuff is a little, like, shallow in its quizziness. This is probably where you use the crucifix key, huh? Uh-huh. Yeah, that would make sense. Alright, tombstones near the mausoleum, 1, 2, 3. We'll add 3 as my answer. Need to find out when SC Bolt was born, how long after midnight Coleman arrived, and Verschlossene Erinnerungen Düsseldorf. 1807 to 1847. There is a hole in which something can be inserted. 1847? A rose? 3 graves by the mausoleum. 1924 to 1963. That sucks. It's 39. That's so young. Oh, I didn't say. That's 40. (1932 to 24). That's much better. That person lived twice as long as the other people. 2014. Are there death dates? I don't remember if 1847 has been one of our numbers specifically, but 2014 has been one of our numbers. 1963. I think it's the dates people died are the numbers that are recurring so much. Is it reoccurring or recurring? I've been thinking about this word lately, but I've been forgetting to check the whole time. And now it's your problem. An inscription circles a triquetra on the gate. Second and last, the youngest to pass. Third and fourth, one who met fate after 40 years. It doesn't rhyme. I thought it was going to rhyme. I was really ready for this to rhyme with pass. Fifth, first and fifth, she who lived in 2 centuries. Okay, so one of them died at 39, one of them lived for 40 years, and one of them was much older. Second and last, third and fourth, first and fifth. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. Then last must be sixth then. I don't know how you split the answer into 2 numbers. Could be how long they lived, I guess. 39, 40, and 70 or whatever it was. Or you just I guess it's a combination, because there's a hole in the graves, so I guess you need to interact with each of them twice, but in this really specific order. So it's like right, left, middle, middle, right, left. If I remember which ones are which. Yeah, I don't know what would go in them. Like what item we would use here. So, a bit less going on in our little adventure than I might have thought. There's my car. There's parking. Yeah, it really is just go right to the Mausoleum or go left and loop around. There's a weird arrow on the map. I don't remember that. It's too late to go back. Hot. Hot. Okay, so this detour back outside was less involved than I thought. So I'm curious about this path over here. Oop. $1. Is that it? Was that secret detail on the map just how to get $1? Lorenzo, I need a ticket, right? Tickets. I have nothing that resembles a ticket. I have these cards. I wonder what it does actually say. Probably just ticket in another language. Because it says that it says tickets in red, but you can tell it's not a T. But it's too far away to read. You would need to know what word it would be, and then you could intuitively interpret the shape as being the letter that seems right. Nope, that was a while ago. We got a few dollars. That's about it. Yes, the gate. It looks like a safe. So I see it and I periodically think that I'm supposed to open it with the combo. But it opened the gate. Yeah, so a lot of what we did recently was interpreting the... was us interpreting the maze. Sorry, I'm thinking about a few different things now. So a lot of what we did recently was us interpreting that place, the exhibits. And we get the keys to them via the maze, and we get through the maze via the... Where was the maze? We got all 4 horses, and that gave us access to the back of the maze out back, but then that just has another very long code for us to put in. Still don't have the key to the coffee shop, seemingly. Hi there. Is she doing that? She's doing that. Damn, I forgot how to get to the other maze. I should go back to the other maze and put in the 2... We at least have 2 things we can answer now. Okay, here we go. It's this place that was over... on the left side of the first floor, which makes sense because that's the place I was around in lately. You know, totally memorable location. There is admittedly a mirror at least, so there's something to go on. Oh, I thought it was a cutscene. Now we just have a teeny weeny little yellow polka dot bikini of a problem, which is that I never know where I am in here. And I don't know where the specific dudes are that have the questions I want to ask are. Oh yeah, this is the spiral. I shouldn't have gone this way. Yep. Thankfully the maze is kind of linear in that there's this area on the right that has the spiral and a couple of other spots when you're hugging left. But if I can discount all of that, then I can safely assume that anything left must be in the long linear part of the level. Looking at them now, these actually do come up often enough that you can essentially navigate entirely via these paintings, which is interesting. They show up so frequently that you can functionally just keep walking forward and adjusting based on them. Alright. I do not remember which person asked what question. Ah! The 5-course menu with the wine pairing. Allow, speak your query, no. Truth above all, yep. So, the meal, the 5-course meal was 90 and the wine pairing was 55 for a total of 145. We found this earlier. Correct. Alright, so the inside of this area is new. Money. Normal. Bada bing, bada boom. Immediately another guy. Okay, Brother Sextus. Gamble to pass or perish. When was the Augenwaldberg Forest given status as a national park? Oh, I bet I know that one. It's probably the first document I read in the game. The Augenwaldberg Forest and surrounding areas were given status as a national park in 1958. 1958. Ta-da! And I haven't even gotten shot yet. The game warns you up front with the instruction manual that if anyone ever points a gun at you, they're going to shoot you. And I went the first 6 hours without anyone ever pointing a gun at me. At the point where you started to wonder. Alright, so this is part of the little closed-off loop that's just south of the entrance. That is where some of the rewards were in the previous maze, but is off the beaten path from the surrounding... from the linear-ish path that wraps around the entire map. If you are more than I ever was, then this key must not be mine. 1960. Gamble to pass or perish. How many types of gin and tonics does Hotel Letzisjar serve? Alright. This is easy enough. I mean, it's functionally the same... It's functionally even the same document as some of the other answers. Don't remember what menu that was in, but it's in here somewhere, god dang it. Restaurant menu. Gin and tonics. 3. Classic elderberry and rosemary. The snozberries taste like snozberries. 3. Don't shoot me, don't shoot me, don't shoot me. Correct. Well, we're back to making progress. What? Was this guy just guarding another exit? That's all he had. You fucker. That felt a little pointless. Well, there's one more guy off my total. Since I kind of inherently want to finish all of them anyway. Alright, so what does this guy want? Gamble to pass or perish. Nope. Verschlossen an. I definitely feel like I would remember having to say that out loud. But I don't think we found the person who asks about the tombstones yet. So let's maybe loop around to the left and see if there's another dead end over here with another guy. An alternative route. So this is what year is Dr. S.C. Bolt born? I believe we're going to want to hang left until I can find my way back out of this chunk of the maze, then loop around that guy. Was that a guy? This might be the SC Bolt guy again. Okay, so that guy's especially optional, because I can obviously walk around him. But it'd be nice to get rid of him regardless. It's a good thing that they have these things telling you where you are in the maze, because otherwise these checkpoints would be really hard to use, because you'd be like, where the hell am I? When you came back later. I bet this will be something new. No! Andreas Coleman. It's not the headstone one. I don't know where the headstone guy is then. Huh. Well, we'll take the closest exit, because maybe now when I come back I'll reload via that exit instead of going all the way back around, which would be a nice time saver. Out of curiosity, I'm gonna check whatever document's at the front desk just to see if that one happens to provide. Yep, hello. Useful information for that. Number 5. We have a few details that we cannot seem to get right. Try to remember, Fraulein. That dog does not look pleased. Kind of looks like they're growling. Oop. Say lupus or lupus? Lupus? Lupus in fabula. Broken window. Lupus in fabula. There's a camera pointing at it. The dog is by the woman. It looks unhappy. He's got a journal. The window is painted. A chair. Not a ton going on with this one, I think. He's got one finger up. He's always got the red footprints everywhere he goes. Does your own dog not like you anymore, buddy? Do you remember? Very well. Which phrase is painted on the floor? Lupus and fabula. Easy. This matches our information, Fraulein. Interior, hotel, lobby, dusk. The woman comes back from her walk with Rudy trotting alongside her. The man is waiting for her. He is standing by an easel, on which there is a prop window placed. It is poorly painted with red paint, half finished. The man's clothes are stained with red paint. Had a nice long walk? The woman does not notice the change in his demeanor. The man is shaking from barely concealed rage. He pulls up a notebook from his inner pocket, accusingly. What is this? The woman squints at the notebook. It's my earliest sketches for the maze. Is something wrong? It's just a lot of numbers. It's vectors and coordinates for the computer. Take responsibility. Don't hide behind the OCU3. I'm not. It's just that to create anything with it, I need to... And this window, I had to paint it red myself. I stained my favorite suit. Well, I didn't know you wanted. It's your job to know. Well, to do my job, I need some directions. Directions are for tourists and amateurs. Simple people who paint waterfalls. I hired an artist. One who understands the rules of the game. I must say that I am very disappointed in your lack of passion. The woman takes a deep breath as if to calm down and change her approach to please the man. I'm sorry. This project is a bit confusing at times. What's the window for? The man stares at her in disgust. Perhaps you should paint a waterfall instead. The man hands the woman her notebook and then he storms off. She notices a piece of paper stuck in between the pages. She pulls it out. Meet me in the chapel tonight. Do not tell him. Is that the magician? Magician's note? And with the club doors, these strange things. Meet me in the chapel tonight. I almost wonder if you can trigger these on purpose. This is not how you get to the chapel. Like, if I go to the chapel next, will I trigger the next encounter? Or are they just happening on a timer? Or are they happening in response to progression? The maze man just kind of seems to happen at me periodically, and I don't have a logical idea, conclusion about, like, why and when. Alright. Well, I was going to check the front door just to see if it has a guest book. Which would maybe technically already be in my inventory, but... sometimes it's maybe easier in person to find where these things might be. Talk of Nero's project. We seem to know who he is. It's just he himself that always refers to himself as the man. Yeah, and crucially, Coleman is not in this book. Neither is SC Bolt. On some level, I can almost imagine, like, some of the solutions being, oh yeah, just call him on the phone, ask him. Hey, what was your birthday? Be interesting to see if the phone came up in one of the puzzles. No, I don't think I know how to find anything about SC Bolt or Coleman. Or Verschloss einen Düsseldorf. So what do we know? I wish I could file away things that don't matter anymore. Let's see. I get at the very least I can pass in my card. Not the card, the script. New script. And then before I forget, at least one of these is new. Let's see, we had 6 keys before, now I have 7, so we're looking for 1960 on the map. Let's try that one out. Only one locked door, and it's the cafe. 1960 is inaccessibly. Inaccessible. I'm not even sure. Oh, so I need to figure out this freaking statue. It's hiding behind the statue problem. Blarg. That's safe. I want to look at the spinny thing again. What's up with the spinny thing? Because like the piano, it just kind of feels like a thing that's just solvable because it's just here. If I can make sense of it. Blah, 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 blah. Ooh. I thought it was a 5 on the right for a second there, so I tried to spin for that, but 3 makes some sense. They don't line up anywhere else. 1963? Wait, what are the Roman numerals stand for? That's the first thought that came to mind. Then I was like, wait a minute, is that the right? Is that actually what's called? And yeah, 1000. Yeah, 1900, 1950, 1963. Yeah, okay. I just need to spell out the number that was in the Roman numerals. Okay. Ah, this familiar old tune. It brings you back, does it not? May I have this dance, Signorina? You are beautiful, like a swirling rose petal when you dance, Signorina. I'm not interested in being flirted with. A dog can waltz with a cat, but still only enjoy the cha-cha of another dog. Are you gay? Ah, I didn't know. You don't read the gossip magazines then. It does you great honor. I dance with everyone before a project. Do you know why? You're a song and dance man? Yes, that too. But when we begin to fight down the road, we know that once we dance together... You're an idiot. Said the clown to the pie. You are very truthful, Signorina. So, I must return the favor. There is a thing I must tell you. This project. It has been too much salt for one pope. What? Sayings I'll never hear anyone else say again. There are those who conspire against it. Conspire? The clowns of Mammon always want more laughs. But they would do well to remember that the revolver does not fire gold. On this topic, I have an important question. Think carefully. Would you agree that true art has the power to beat terrorism? I'm not sure what you mean. Money is to art like the Black Plague to baby seals, but this project will reset it all. It will overthrow the industrial entertainment complex. The industrial entertainment complex? Yes, they pull the strings, and we dance. But their time is at an end. I will be the great misdirector. The third eye sees them for what they are. Are you alright? I am not, but health concerns must be set aside at this decisive moment in history. The third eye is here on these grounds. It will see what we won't. It's not real. Of course not. It is magic. But lately truth can only be found in lies. Do you know why ape kind needs the art of magic? Because it gives us the right misdirections, Signorina. Thank you for this moment of honesty, and the dance. You thought we were dancing? What you experienced was one of my key principles of magic. Misdirection, Signorina. Misdirection. While the feet were dancing, the mind was led astray. Tell me, Signorina, were you observant of your bag during our talk? Perhaps something found its way into it while we spun in the night. The 3-shaped key. Oh, it's shaped like the number 3 specifically. Good luck, Signorina. Okay. Oh yeah, it doesn't open this door because it's the club door. Whenever that comes out. Yerp. Is this the 3-shaped key that I need in order to open in order to get the third eye or something? Somehow, possibly through a magic trick using misdirection, appeared after dancing. The bit is shaped like the number 3. It has small stains of a red substance. Misdirection is a technique used by magicians to manipulate the attention of the audience. By directing their focus to something irrelevant, a magician can perform a secret action unnoticed. The technique can be achieved through verbal cues, gestures, timing, and sometimes props. Incorporating symbols like letters and numbers into a prop is sometimes used to send a hidden message to the audience. In the case of this key, 3 could either allude to the third eye or simply mean that it opens a door on the 3rd floor. Probably the third eye, though. Or this probably refers to the third eye. But the problem is that the one primary thing that seemed to relate to the third eye that I saw didn't really feature an interaction, right? I think some of these symbols are on that one art piece in the museum. The issue is, how do I indicate a specific one? Like, I have 4 arrows of different lengths, which could indicate an order. How do I know what order to derive from them? And also, why are there numbers? Because there's Roman numerals on here. That gets confusing. Like, how do those 2 components combine? Seems chaotic. 2nd floor. Right, this is 3rd floor. $1963. Right, because that's the room he's writing in. So I'm probably not getting access to that room until I'm completely done with his stuff. The third eye hears all. So there's a strange bell painting thing in this area. But while it does refer to the third eye, it doesn't give me access to anything in the area. Yeah, I believe I don't have any cassettes. It seems to imply that that'll come up at some point because the cassette, like there's a cassette player in the TV. But every cassette in the room is missing, just cases. So we could learn about the movies, but we couldn't watch any of them. There's no 1963. And the 3 key does not open this door. Despite his indications, there does not actually appear to be any door to open with this new key. Yet. Because if I can find the other ways onto the other floor, we could be better off. Maybe via the loft? If I could find another way into the loft. Because you might be able to climb down from the loft into the floor 3 of that side. But no, I think overall you can access this whole place by figuring out what to put in this... How to make the third eye hear all. Gotta keep an eye out for a bell. Alright. These are still weird details. 2 Nate. 2 and 1. 32 Lay. 32 Knee. Why is open? Why are these ones open both with 32? And these ones just with 2. 2N. These open with 2N and these open with 32. N1. 2N1. 32N1. 32 LA. 2 Nate. I have no idea what the logic is with this one. I can like vaguely draw comparisons, like the 2 dudes both are N1. It's just a matter of what direction they're facing. But the 2 that are facing the same direction seem to be the hardest ones to draw comparisons between. Do not know what I'm going for here. Third eye here is all bell, bell, bell. I've been to every floor now? Oh, God. There's just a bell button. Uh-huh. Okay, what's this area look like again? Uh-huh. Okay, well that's gonna be a lot more level for a little bit. I know what I'm doing for the next half an hour or more. Trapdoor? The sculpture has something on his forehead and a note stuck to it. Read the note. I was worried you had set a trap for me, Signorina, but it was completely safe to take the object. The trapdoor did not open. You are good at mind games. That sounds like a trap. That also... I don't know what to make of that one. Oh god, the floor moving. It's unnerving. So there in the bottom left. I mean, if the trapdoor drops me to the second floor, that'd be good, because it'd give me access to a chunk of the floor I still don't have access to. But I am still exploring this area, so let's not go there yet. Oh. I think I know where the 3 key goes. Was it 82? I didn't read it. Yeah, 1982. 1957? Got this one. Uh-huh. Lorelei Vice, 1957. Can white exist without black? The artist challenges dualism, then leads us astray, to present us with the idea that what we believe is only a half-finished thought. We are left with a revelation, to form new ideas and beliefs. All we need to do is look up from what we previously thought was true. Look up from what we thought was true. Okay, so I think the top and bottom number, yeah, the top and bottom combine to form a number. I think this one's 2. And we're looking for 1957, so let's look at... Here's the one right here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. $1957. Writing down my notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to say that 1 is 5. That's the logic I'm going on right now. This could be 9. That's 9. So 3. So 9 is 3. 5. Okay, so 5 is 1. It's the first number. 7. So 7 is 4. Do my conclusions make sense? I don't know. But it's all going on my page of what I think the answers might be. And that's just where they're going to live for now. Shortcut 5. It'd be funny if one of the answers was 0, because then I would just accidentally open it without even checking the puzzle. Which number is hidden behind the black bar? 14916 blank blank 3649 6481. Okay. Um... 1, 4, 9. kind of thinking of math sequences. Like 1 equal... How do you get from 1 to 4? Times 4, right? But then you don't... 4 times 4 is 16, not 9. So it's not that. Could it be times 2 plus 2? But 4 times 2 plus 2 is 10. I don't think it's about that kind of rule. Anything about like adding the previous digits together. Sometimes I've seen number sequences that it's just about adding the last 2 digits together. I have no idea. Like, I have no idea what the string of numbers refers to. I mean, at least they're just shortcuts, I guess. But they are puzzles, so I want to solve them. Yeah, no particular idea what that one's going for. That's a tough one. You don't get much in the way of clues on these things, so you really have to like intuit what the topic even is. What's this door? Oh, it's another bite-sized door. Room. Laser 1 art and entertainment system. Bite-sized handheld system. Down, right, up, left. Is there a different video game in this console, maybe? Activate okay. Down, right, up, left. Oops. Okay, so yeah, it's just the thing that was on the pad over there. Oh. Oh wait, no, this is not a combo again. Okay, the level design's a bit different this time. Is this from them continuing to develop the game? Now there's more to do, or is it just in a different level? Oh, this looks cool. It makes me want to play like a Castlevania. I really like our games with this art style. Which once in a while time was maybe not entirely considered a style, but just how PS1 games had to look half the time. Book 2. I would like to find book 1 if I can. Also, was that not added to my memories? You know, maybe I should have read that, because I might be making myself a bit lost real quickly. Book 4. The 7 painters were the finest, brightest shining stars of their age. Who better to create God once again? With ropes, lanterns, and brushes, they went below. There's no indicator that they've been added to my memories, which makes me a little worried. I'm now up here. Last one was down there. Let's see, with that context, I can go back at least. Surprise American dollar in the middle of the floor. Would you like American dollars? Book 2. The 7 brothers had heard whispers of the first of the painters, those who crawled out of the dark chasm only to be devoured by their own creation. What? We're probably currently learning this story as annoyingly as possible in this order. This area should be new. You can see through the cracks in the floor. It's unsettling, like it makes you feel like the floor is going to open. There are strange books to remember. Book 5. The masterpiece had long left the cave, spreading art and death in its wake. But it was said that there were fragments of the red in the deep. Ow, my hand hurts. Blech. Stretch. Blech. Why does my right thumb feel weird? Anyway. Book 3. The eldest brother commanded with his last breath, seek the birthplace of the red beast. He may be born there again. May he be born there again. Oh, hi. You were not meant to remember me in this library. Alright, keep pointing a gun at nothing, I guess. Have fun, proud of you. He's there, she's there. There's 3 books on the right. Four books on the right. The bottom one, the one on the way to the big room, the one in the big room with the lady, and the one in the hallway outside. Did I check the one that was next, that was with her? Anyway, this place is a dead end. What? I think there is a hallway that's hidden by the camera angle. Let's maybe run into this wall a bit, hoping to find it. There we go. Anywhere to go that isn't the book at the end. Don't remember if I read this one specifically. Yes. Book 4. One of the brothers was trapped in a tunnel, but art waits for no man, so his brothers bid him farewell, and the brother sang at first, but then he wailed. He died before his song did. Okay. Abandoning a family member to die. Classic. This stuff feels as mazy as you get, so where's Maze Man? Book 8. The most righteous of the brothers decided that he should paint their god. Thus he cut the wrists of his resting brothers, and they watched him work as they lay dying. Oh. Book 9. The brother had created a masterpiece beyond human comprehension, and the world was saved again. But such terrible divine beauty was not meant for mortal eyes, so the brother did right and blinded himself. Boy howdy, these people sure are experts in things that have never happened before. Do you remember any books about mazes? Read both of these. Read the one on the way in here, I think, but not the one by the entrance, technically, which is probably finally part 1. Entering an impossible space that keeps asking about mazes itself, like, feels like it calls back to the Minotaur and the Labyrinth. And House of Leaves. Book 1. The world had turned gray, and the red was fading. The master had left. Thus it was time for the world to die. The prophets spoke of a last hope hidden beneath the earth. And then the brothers made art, and they all died in the process. Salvation? Okay. Oh. He's getting ready to come again. I should try to save. Oh no, go away. Can't click on it, no. No! I went to a dead end because I was disoriented. We have a few details we cannot seem to get right. Please try to remember, Fraulein. Okay, 2 goblets, 2 candles, a crucifix, 2 candles on either side of the table. Also, there's a book on the table. It's probably a Bible, I would guess. Behind, there's footsteps. Spatter of blood / red paint. Glasses, a mug, and a goblet behind the table. There's a key under the Bible. There's whatever this symbol is on the back of the cross. I can't control the camera, so I can't tell what his hands. Let's see. His hands on his face, and he's holding up 3 fingers. He's by the camera. He looks impatient. Nothing noteworthy about appearance, it's just me. So 4 candles, 2 on the table, 2 around the table, key under the Bible. There's 3 goblets, 1 on the ground. Coffee cup, coffee mug, glasses, key, camera. Nothing noteworthy about the camera. 3 legs. Do you remember? Very well. What was hidden in the secret compartment behind the altar? Sunglasses and a coffee cup. There's no knife, no toy block, no hat, no yeah, so sunglasses and a coffee cup. This matches our information, Fraulein. Whoa! Interior, hotel, chapel, night. The gate creaks open. A grandfather clock chimes somewhere in the house. The woman scans the dusky room for any signs of danger. There is no one there, save for a handful of wooden saints. Then a shadow of a man steps out from the compact darkness. Magician. He repeats the gesture. What does that mean? That I search for the third eye. The magician takes his hand off his eyes. The woman raises an eyebrow and examines the magician closely. Why are you doing this? I can tell that it's you. When the third eye passes us by, the world belongs to creators. It's a time for beauty and chaos. An artist will be crowned king, and he will lead our victory over Mammon. What do you want? The Brotherhood wants you to know that our Italian friend has suffered a nervous breakdown of game-changing proportions. The magician studies the woman's reaction. I trust you can keep a secret. Should it be unable to finish this project, it could potentially set back art 200 years. That's ridiculous. I am sworn to secrecy, but I can tell you this much. Your maze is of utmost importance to his mental health, to my order, and indeed to the future of mankind. It's just an art project. The magician takes a deep breath. A maze is a manifestation of something larger than you and I. Surrender to the red beast and let it guide thy hand. This maze must be the death blow to the materialistic society. I'm afraid that's beyond my reach. The magician takes off his hat and pulls out a journal. We had hoped it would not come to this, but we have read your diary. We know everything about you and what you have done. We have seen it in the stars and in the moon. I don't keep a diary. Well, it might not be yours in this dimension, but we are all one here. It's the same story in different times. Stop it. What do you want? We are simply asking you to play along with the game for the sake of the project. It would be easier for us. Oops. No, I dropped my controller. It's fine, I'll just reread it in a second. Oh my god, how many are there? Or is there another category of things later on? I have had enough. Very well, Signorina. I will relay your answer to my superiors. They will be disappointed. My brotherhood cannot guarantee your safety if you won't follow protocol. Okay, so both of the men in the story call her that. If they are different people. Which makes things a bit confusing. And there was a save point nearby all along. But now we're in the loft. Now we get to explore. So what do we got up here? 1938. Good. Lorelei Weiss, 1938. Using modern techniques, the artist plays with perception in 1938. Twisted perspectives appear correct. Small appears big, yet always with an equal. We are, thus, to believe that truths come in pairs. Matching our own truth is another truth, hung on display for everyone to see. Does it matter that it's like perfectly framing that? Is the idea that this matches the exact height of one of the other ones? One. Those three look really similar. Yeah, they all love matching pairs. So all the squares are different sizes. And if you match the square of your camera focus to one of the squares and then match it with a number, that's what it is, I guess. Probably left to right again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, let's open that thing up again. 1938. So here's our 1. Just to double, so that should match the height. Yep. Just double checking, but I'm pretty sure I had to confirm this that it's 10. So I guess that makes it 0 to be a 1-digit number. Here's 9. Does not match the 7. Does not match the 8. Okay. Too small. This is a good time to use the D-pad so that I don't stray. That's too big. So 6, 7. So 9 is 7. 8, 9, 10. Yep. This one takes a while because you're very slowly scrolling around. 3. Five. Yep, that looks pretty accurate. So 3 is 5. Here's 8. I believe that's the third one. One, two, three. So 1938 appears to be 0753. This feels like this feels a little worrying because I'm having to sit on these answers for a very long time and just hope that I'm onto something, and I don't know where and when to check it or what's up. Yeah, looking at the fixed camera angle, you can see how all of these are like strange shapes, but then from specifically this camera's perspective, they're suddenly squares. That's particular. The guns door? The emblem on it depicts revolvers. Let's see, how many... Just looking at my page. So far I've solved 5 of those rooms for a total of 20 digits. Which stands out because the big code I'm trying to solve is seemingly 16 digits. So don't know what to make of that. Anyway, we do not have a gun anywhere. Rose? Unlock the revolver door. Don't you remember? Don't you mean revolving door? No. Oh, American dollar. Those are hard to spot. Maybe I should start putting them in the gachapon machine. I have not discovered a new way to spend them for a while. E1. Like error code 1, maybe? Oh god. Oh god, it's rendering so weirdly. I think they're doing that weird trick you can do where you only render the inside of a sphere instead of the outside. It's like you see through things backwards weirdly. Except here it's normal. I don't know, when I turn it certain ways, the whole thing renders strangely. Z3. E1 Z3 M4. A2. E1 Z3 M4 A2. God, I'd really fuck this up. E1 Z3 M4 A2. Just wrote half of it wrong the first time. So A2 Z3 E1 M4. And I think that's me having used every related letter. Every piece of plastic or strangeness. Maybe it's not rendering weird. I could have sworn I saw it rendering weird, but maybe it was just the strangeness of rotating the device. It's getting to me a little bit. I don't know. Oh, this is one of those codes again. One of these things again. Case-sensitive code for bug report 3. I thought I should be worried about that. Okay, so how do I know what order to put them in? Alphabetical order? A is lowercase. Z is lowercase. M is capitalized. How do I know what order to put them in? Let's see, maybe alphabetical? Okay. I just caught up with the fact that there's... So I was staring at it after I put in the A and I'm like, wait, there's no numbers. Like, the numbers are the order. So E1, A2, Z3, and then M4, which is capitalized. The more that these seem easy, the more concerned I am about the one with the statues that I can't seem to solve, because I have the other ones just fine. I don't know. Maybe that one's just there to taunt me for a while. Bug Report 3, Lorelei and the Laser Eyes Library Prototype. Library Issue ID, Sci. Sci-fi. Sci-fi! Alright, let's see. I give myself a spot for this one. Sci-fi Sigma. I should learn what these symbols look like. That's probably in one of the books, though. I did not have space for another table. Near where I put the original table, really. For Gamma, Delta, Theta. Alright. Library Issue 1 ID Psi. Issue description. Walking backwards through the passage close to the woman immediately after interacting with her will result in software crash. The shelf behind the magician does not have any assigned collision. This will result in the player being able to reach an out-of-bounds space. Walking through passage 2, door 0, door 1, passage 4 will make the software crash. Okay, behind the magician there's no wall, apparently. Sigma. Interacting with the man with the gun and leaving the software on the dialogue screen for about 30 seconds will result in unexpected dialogue strings. When returning from the dialogue screen, the player animation will be broken. Trying to leave the room will result in a crash. This is like... It's like discovering creepypasta ARG shit, like this one, how specific it is. And then, if you leave it in the thing, and he'll start talking, and then he'll talk about killing your parents or something. Like you get like the creepy stories you would hear about dumb games from other people. You just stare at his dialogue for a while. He'll just start saying new things. It's kind of wild. And then the whole game glitches out. It's crazy. It's scary. What does it mean? We're just hopping up and down the floors like crazy right now. Bolt from the other side. Rude. There's a paper stuck in the typewriter. Ooh, it's the lady. This might give me the code for the other thing. Or even other codes. Years are numbers and numbers are money. Words generate money, so we must be able to apply math to words. This new ideology has allowed me to solve this game completely. What? First magic word equation. First, we must assume that we are all fellow Americans. We all speak English. Hotel Letztes Hotel last year. The third eye fell from the sky over 1,000 years ago. 1,000 years ago, the first magic word. Last year minus the first magic word equals laser. What? Last year minus 1,000 years ago equals laser. You lost me. Laser's remarkable because it's one of the words. That's the title. Laser eyes. Second magic word equation. Renzo plus L plus O equals Lorenzo. Where is L and O from? Hotel minus O minus L. The second magic word. HTE. HTE. If the second magic word transforms to 1, 2, 3, then 2, 1, 3 equals the. If HTE transforms into 1, 2, 3, then 2, 1, 3 equals the. HTE. I guess. So H is 1, T is 2 and 3, and 3 is E. So if you just rearrange them to 2 and 3, then it's the... That's the most sensical part of it. I don't know why H, T, E becomes 1, 2, 3. But yeah, if you rearrange it for no reason, then it does spell the... Wow. The most unremarkable word in the entire language. Conclusion, we are not in a hotel. We are not in last year. We are in the last year. And this is only seen through laser eyes. The fuck are you talking about, man? Alright, well, this is the most nonsensical thing I've ever read. But we're indicating potentially that time travel is happening in this building, which is what I thought. And we're indicating that laser eyes are somehow able to see it. There was an American dollar behind the paper. Okay. Alright, so this must be his room, right? I'm currently just behind his room. I've gone around it now. So this is his ramblings, because this guy's just absolutely wild. He's nonsensical. So are his scribblings. Okay, so we've been upstairs. There's no going towards the camera. This heads back out the bell. So it's, I guess, about time to see if this will drop me or not. It's a key that might go in the other statue, the eye key. Okay, so the trapdoor doesn't work. Even though I want it to, because I've never been there. But... Yay, let me in. No! Let me in! No! Alright, well it doesn't let me interact with the statue again, so I guess you never put something back in to solve it or anything. It's just like a source of this key. Since we got it from a statue head, I figure it goes in the other statue head to open that one. Do they just do that as a fake out to annoy you? They do. I wanted to go in the hole because it opens into a room I haven't been in yet. I've jumped down a similar hole, so it's not like I'm gonna die. Rude. Almost saved over the old save. Not that I have much reason to keep old saves. I guess I'm always just worried that if I lose a recording, I can go back and replay a chunk of the game if I need to. So... Floor 2 towards the camera. Let's see if this one works. Actually, let's check the key first. Taken from the forehead of a statue on the 3rd floor, possibly triggered a trap door. Its head is not parallel with the blade. When inserted into the statue, the key looks like an eye in the forehead of the statue. Keys like these are often referred to as rivet keys because of their flat head. It makes them suitable to hide in plain sight, for example as decoration in a sculpture, and are, as such, often used to open secret passages. Among nobility in Prussia, it was not unusual to depict the lord or the lady of the house with a rivet key, posing as a third eye. My inventory is about to be full. Unless it just starts scrolling, which is terrifying. It's just so many items. I keep thinking that some of these will go away at some point. Animation? Oh, we're making big progress, but I'll have to remember to go back and try to check out... I think this is the fourth and final door. We still can't use the cards for them. And I still haven't found the other two cards either. And I don't know the relationship between the doors and the cards that match them, seemingly. 60%! 60%! Yeah, I'll have to remember to go back and check out the book. The book? The game that we have the debugging information on, because I need to go trigger those bugs and see what we learned from that. More codes. But I'm doing this right now. Bolt from the other side. More coffee all the time. They're kind of teasing you with this, right? Because you presumably need a coffee cup. Right? Which I don't have, because I can't get into the cafe. Unless I'm wrong. Either way, it's supposed to make you run according to the instructions, which doesn't seem very helpful. Although the longer... If I am right about not being able to do it this whole time, then maybe when you finally get it, it does give you something, a crazy power, essentially. In a way that we wouldn't expect. Renzo Nero. Red window about to break. Performance. Brick. Window. Artist. Audience. Nero's work is characterized by its strange logic. Events occur independent of space and time, and scenes are arranged to construct a narrative not driven by chronology but rather by intuition and association. In this aptly titled piece, Nero confronts us with the thesis that destruction can be art. There was the broken window. The broken red window was part of his art piece before that he was so mad about because she didn't know to paint it red. I feel like they're fucking with us, and now right after I read this, or right after I walk away a little bit, it's gonna break right now from a brick being thrown through it. Yup. Because this guy's just a fucking weirdo. Hello? Weird key. Did you make it to the red window yet? This has only been painted red. It is not the one. I'm really enjoying your game. I found this key. You hit it very well. You are good at this game. C-shaped key. C key? They keep saying that, and they keep saying that we hit stuff. 1948. We have that one too. All right, let's get back to that page. $1948. And let's see what we find. Reels. Lorelei Weiss, 1948. Video installation. In our life, we are always looking for directions, be it to get home or move forward. But in 1948, which is 1984 swapped around a little bit, the artist instead presents us with the idea that how we turn is equally important as our direction, even suggesting that they are one and the same. There are 10 marked film rolls. Okay, so 1948. So 1. It's a spinning square on the right. 919. A static square on the left. Unless its weird wobbliness is meant to be a kind of turning. 4. There's one on the right that's spinning that way. 8. One on the left that's spinning that way. I have no idea how to interpret this one. 0. Spinning... oh. You can also spin the other direction on top of spinning at a certain speed. 2. 3. 5. 6. 7. 9. 10. So it can be either on the left or the right, and it can be static, which is 2 of them. It can be spinning horizontally in either direction, which is 4 of them, or spinning vertically in either direction, which is 4 more of them. So there's 10. So once again, there's 10 variations. And somehow that translates into numbers, probably, or some kind of other answer. But I don't know how to translate that. Our first example was a bunch of different shapes, so I thought maybe the number of sides or something might be important. Second answer was a bunch of, like, not tetrominoes, but whatever you call a tetromino when it's 7. Septromino. These ones are spinning squares. That's a little harder to interpret. I'll write something down, I guess. It'll take me a little bit because I have to make a bunch of little rectangles that have a line down the middle to know where they are. Then I'll draw the square on what side it's in, and then draw an arrow that tries to indicate what direction it's spinning in, but I don't even know if I can really convey that, honestly. I'll just draw an X for not spinning, I guess. Yeah, it's really hard to convey the spinning direction. Unless you have a designated visual lexicon for this kind of thing. Because my arrow is itself two-dimensional, so how do I really indicate which way it's spinning? Yeah, I'll have to review this in the future, I'm sure. Because even when I'm writing down, it only really indicates what side the square is on and whether it's spinning on an X or Y axis, but it doesn't indicate which side is spinning towards and away from the screen. So there's still two interpretations of what I could mean with what I'm writing. Oh, looks like it's coming. Let's go save. Am I lost? Oh, hey, I'm here. Ah, he got me. Well, I accomplished nothing, and then I got caught anyway. We keep exploring new places, so it's getting really hard to even tell where I am in the mansion. So whenever I think, I'll like vaguely remember, like, yeah, I remember seeing a computer that was red somewhere. You know, somewhere. This is like the next room, right? And then I'm immediately wrong because I don't actually know what my surroundings are. Alright, story part 7. We're now at the supercomputer that looks like a maze, arguably. Fucked up one, weird, confusing one, but also one that looks to be really hard, easy to solve. You can never walk behind the supercomputer. There's like a ball on the floor or something I can't describe. The magician's hat is here. I don't know what these small objects are. Oh, they're pawns from the chessboard, because there's a chessboard over here, right? Yeah. There's one black piece on the chessboard. A king. There's a cross on top. There's a bottle. One chair is up, one chair is on its side. There are 4 eyes. 4 red eyes drawn. Looks like there's 4 children's blocks. 5 white chess pieces on the ground. A coffee mug to throw you off among the chess pieces. He's drawing a weird maze. She's dropping her coffee. They might want me to count the blocks. There's a block behind her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks in a coffee mug. That looks like a block itself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white pieces. 5 blocks, 5 white pieces. He's got a revolver and a knife, it looks like. Or a screwdriver. I think it's a screwdriver. It doesn't look like it has a... Yeah, it's always the same width wherever you go. He's got a glass of wine. I don't know what he's gonna ask me. Very well. What was the woman dropping? Coffee! Okay, thank God. A cup of coffee. This matches our information, Fraulein. Interior hotel, basement, day. The woman enters the basement with a cup of coffee in her hand. She flips the light switch. She jumps when she discovers the man in her chair. She spills coffee all over herself. The man very slowly turns his head. Signorina, I have come to fear that my entire being is just a part of someone else's story. All my thoughts might be placed in my head by a disciple of Mammon. The man regards the woman. Signorina, is this your story? If it is so, I want you to confess. What do you mean? This is all your story. The man stirs to life, all of a sudden happy and energetic. Good. I was worried. This brings us to the aphoristic bird of the hour. I have completely revalued your excellent work. It is amazing. The woman stares at the glitching monitor of the maze. Only a handful of dots remain. Oops. Every now and then I just will reflexively hit A, apparently. I'm very on top of things all the time. Scripts, right. I've completely revalued your excellent work. This is amazing. The woman stares at the glitching monitor of the maze. Only a handful of dots remain. My God. What have you done? Signorina, burning bridges is mandatory for the matchstick. It was much too functional. This is not a critique of your work. You are an amazing artist, if you permit me to say so. You've ruined all of my work. Yes, I had to. Otherwise, it could naturally be exploited by capitalism, despite our best intentions. But I'm not the designer. You are. Much work remains. You've totally reset it. I have to reprogram it all. I can't... Such modesty. You must believe in your abilities, Signorina. I do. If you forgive me for saying so. The man smiles affectionately at the OCU-3. Man, woman, and machine. A new trinity. But as they say, the cat's clock has no time for mice. Progression, Signorina. The man rushes towards the door and then stops. He returns to the computer and picks up a revolver from behind the keyboard. Signorina, you made me forget my revolver. That must be the highest compliment ever given to an artist. The woman stares in terror at the weapon that the man shows her. Hat to the clouds, Signorina. But look at me. I'm keeping you from your morning coffee. Such is not our way. The man puts the revolver in his pocket, then makes the gesture, covering his eyes and showing 3 fingers before he rushes away. Covering his eyes and showing 3 fingers, a revolver. The person interviewing me right now has a revolver. The quiz people have revolvers. He's covering his eyes and showing 3 fingers just like the magician did, who he seemed to imply he was other than. So everything's just kind of a surprise right now. It'd be interesting to try to unpack this. I'm kind of taken back to Signalis a little bit, another game that was like interesting to try to unpack because on its face you like kind of grasped what was happening, but there was also a lot that it seemed like you need to stop and think more about to unpack what the fuck's happening in that game. I came this close to making a video about it, still might do it at some point. It's just very hard to stay committed to one project for a long time. Definitely easier when you think you already have enough to write about without additional interpretation to make a worthwhile video. Because then you already have like the skeleton of what you're doing, and then in the process you'll discover more. But if you don't feel like you have enough to even start with, then you're like, oh fuck. Alright, how do I even get there? I do need to make more videos about games though. Like, actually go back and replay video games for the purpose of studying them for videos. It's obviously a bit more of an investment. Awarded for a significant usage of computational devices. Achievement unlocked. I guess I've access to computer X number of times. Let's see. Inventory is almost full, but I can give 2 of those pages away. I guess my inventory would be even more nightmarishly full if I started getting all those collectibles, huh? Okay, so there's a door to the south that probably already works, a door to the left that's locked via a puzzle, probably, and a door to the right that is a shortcut backwards that I should have the answer for, unless I can't figure it out. Because 2 of them I've given up on now. Maybe not forever, but given that these puzzles don't seem to hook into anything else in the game, if I don't get them now, I don't know if I'll ever get them, is the struggle. Room puzzle, puzzle number 9. In an octagon-shaped room with 8 doors, the door to the north is marked 0 with red paint, but someone has scratched away the writing on all the southern doors. The 2 other north-facing doors are marked 45 and 315. The door to the west is marked 270. The door to the east is marked blah blah blah. Okay, so it's this one's easy again. Yeah, that's pretty easy. North is 0 and west is 270. That means south is 180 and right is 90. It's just a circle. It's just 360 degrees. See, some of these are so easy. It really would have been funny if I pressed A and it didn't open right when I said that. This should give me that $1. There we are. And a chance to hop in this hole. Not the best shortcut because it doesn't actually let me cross this room, but it's lets me hop down that hole, which might be a faster exit than trying to walk back to the main room from here, I guess. Or something. But yeah, some of these are so comically easy that it's just like, it makes me wonder why I'm stuck on the other ones. Like, are they also pretty easy? I don't know. This is another video game console. Okay. Up, left, down, right, left, down. That should be easy. Oop, there's a dollar behind it. But also, let's double check real quick to see if I have 1960 or not. Yes. That is one of the recent ones. Yes, it is. What the fuck am I looking at? Okay, so there's little things on the floor that indicate to look at them from that direction, at least. Lorelei Weiss, 1960, right? Oh god, don't drop things. I have a whole page dedicated just to this series of puzzles, because I just see how much there is. Should have dedicated that to the error codes too. Maybe I'll rewrite them on a new page since there's clearly going to be a bunch of them. In 1960, the artist invites us to look at things differently. Armed with new perspectives, the abstract becomes concrete, and meaning appears where there previously was none. Okay, so once again, there's 10 symbols. You grab this thing. 5 or S? 0. 3. 6. Alright, so I guess 6 is 4. Because it's the 4th number, I figure. The 4th spot, I mean. 7. Okay, there's 9. So 9 is 6. Which I've written fuckedly. Oh god, it got worse. Okay. My insistence on using pens. Admittedly, I don't really want to have eraser muck around. I don't know. Pens just write cleaner, easier. Alright, so 1 is 9. It's the penultimate one. Nope. I must have missed a 0, or I wasn't thinking about it quite yet when I got there. Was it the second one? It was the second one, I remembered. Alright. So 0 was in the second position. So from this interpretation, I interpret 1960 as being 9642. I was going to say that people can follow along at home if they know the answer already. And check it against the real one or something to have some narrative irony on whether I'm right or wrong about things. But then I remembered that I heard that answers are randomized in this game. At least some of them are. Like, the mechanics stay the same, the rules stay the same, but the physical answers change, so you just have to actually understand the puzzle. You can't necessarily look up the answers from what I've heard. I don't know. Ironically, we'll not be looking it up. Saving.